didn't do any kind of.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rate My Lunch, the first episode online. Some of you may have seen it, the live version. Welcome to Rate My Lunch. I'll pass it over to George now to take it away. George, what is Rate My Lunch for those that don't know?
Hi, Christian. Thanks for that. So, for people that don't know, Rate My Lunch is a celebration of all things between breakfast and dinner, not quite brunch, where we basically look at what people are eating for lunch and we rate it. Now, interestingly, we're not the ones doing the rating here. It is an honor-based system. So, Christian, would you like to go over the 3 categories? Because there are 3 separate categories that are intrinsic to what make a good lunch.
I'd love to. So the 3 categories go as thus. Lookability. That's how the lunch looks. If it doesn't look good, it's going to get a low lookability, and that's out of 10. Tasteability. Now, if your mouth could speak, what would it say? And based on what you think your mouth would say, if it could speak, that's what you rate your tasteability out of 10 as well.
Out of 10.
And then the overall wholesome, taking everything into account, overall lunchability, your surroundings, your company, taking everything into account, the overall lunchability, and that's also out of 10. So it's 3 ratings, possible highest score 30, but come on, there's always room for improvement. You've got to do exceptionally well to get a 10 in any of the scores. So, yeah. George.
And it's something to strive to. And can I just quickly say as well that although these categories are linked, there are ways of getting around one. For instance, we've all had a lunch where you think, this doesn't look very good. Have a mouthful, delicious. So that's going to score low on the lookability, whereas the tasteability, it's going to score high. But the general lunchability, factoring everything in, it's tough. It's a tough game, you know. We've had some high scores, but to be honest as well, you score highest when you're honest, I think, and only by being honest can you have a good lunch. So
I couldn't have put it better. And look, it's tough, but if it was easy, we wouldn't be doing it.
We wouldn't be doing it.
So we're looking to find the best. This is a this is essentially a program to help you to find the best lunches, to find new innovative ways to have your lunch, and to help us, because we want to eat tasty lunches as well, tasty and good looking.
I'd agree with that. And just to make a further clarification, obviously we have 2 separate categories for lunches as well. That is phone bought, where you order it through, say, Deliveroo. This occurs to all separate meal deals, everything else. Or Christian, what was the other one?
Oh no, sorry, it's phone paid.
Phone paid, my mistake.
Or homemade. So that's stuff that you may have bought in the supermarket. You bought it at some point, but you've used your culinary skills, and you've brought it together.
Yeah.
You cooked it yourself.
For all you toy fans, think about Lego versus Lego you assemble yourself versus a Woody toy is already pre-made. So that's kind of what we're rating here as well.
Yeah, correct.
Which just isn't to say that someone's Nando's isn't going to be the same as a pasta, because it can't be. So they're 2 separate categories.
Quite. And that's also taken into account in the overall score. And so we'll do those 3 ratings. You'll all self-rate, because as you said, George, honesty is what makes a good lunch. And then after that, we will give, when we have guests on in the coming days, hopefully, we will then give you a rating out of 100 for how well your overall appearance on Rate My Lunch was. So how good you said the food was, how insightful your rating was, how did our mouths water while you were describing the lunch?
Yeah.
We'll give you a rate of 100, and we'll hopefully build up a leaderboard of all our guests, and see who comes out on top at the end of the first series, which could be it going on indefinitely. We don't know how long it's going to go.
We don't know at this point.
So without further ado,
let's rate some lunches.
Shall I go first?
Christian, I would love for you to go first. For the first ever Rate My Lunch online.
Well,
I'm excited.
So kick things off by saying this, George. It's homemade. I would say I make the majority of my lunches. Personally, that's just me. That's just a personal preference.
Smart and frugal.
And what I've got in this bowl might shock you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just tilt the camera down.
Yeah.
Oh, now what?
What do we have?
What are we seeing here? Well, I'll tell you. It's a Chinese style dish. Okay. I would say. You've got rice.
Yeah.
You've got mushrooms.
I see it
somewhere. And you've now this you're seeing now. I want George. What is this? What do you think this is?
Is that a lettuce of some kind?
Is it a lettuce of some kind? Well, you're on the right lines. It is in fact cauliflower leaves. These are cauliflower leaves. You know the leaves around the cauliflower that you just sort of peel off and you just chuck away? Well,
yeah,
I've used them. And they make a kind of cabbage, to be honest.
Okay. Cauliflower cabbage.
Have a lot of pak choi in Chinese food, I would say.
Chinese so we're talking cabbage. Chinese cauliflower cabbage.
Chinese cauliflower cabbage rice mushrooms plus butter beans. Now, why butter beans?
Why indeed?
I don't know myself, but I need some protein there, and I think it's a triumph. We've also got lesser elements of this are peas and some cauliflower itself. But I just wanted to illuminate the most sort of important elements of it.
All the cauliflower found home in the dish. That's important.
So, tasteability. Well, for me, rice is the best when it's just been cooked. Reheated rice is never as good.
I was going to quickly ask about that as well. Is this, and I'm assuming you're going to get onto this, but is this a dish that is freshly made, or is this, I'm assuming reheated?
It's reheated, so it does lose some taste points for that. All of the elements are nice. It's just a bit dry. I'm left thinking, if only I had some soy sauce. Well, luckily I do, and it's not a sponsor, but Lee Kum Kee soy sauce is the best. So I'm just going to put some on there now.
Lee Kum Kee,
I reckon that'll take it up a notch, personally.
Yeah. Love a condiment on this show.
A little bit much soy sauce is actually overpowering everything.
Too much soy sauce. Get rid of it.
Too much soy. Unhappy boy.
Couldn't have said it better myself, really.
Look, it's good. It's not great. Tasteability, 6.
A 6.
That's just me being honest.
Yeah, no, you got to be honest. You really got to be honest.
Lookability, I think it looks very wholesome and nice. I think it's a little bit beige, maybe. It's not jumping out at the camera.
Mm.
I don't know what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Oh, okay. Just quickly, I need to quickly go to our numbers man, Christian Lovelace, to just really stagger in what a 6.5 really is. So, Christian.
Hi, George. Yeah.
Hi, Christian. Yeah, we've got a 6.5, mate.
Okay. 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5 at the studio. So we're just wondering if we get some clarification on what one of those is. Haven't really seen one before.
Yeah, 6.5 is between a 6 and a 7, George.
between a 6 and a so it's between a 6. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. That was Christian, the numbers man. Always a help when we get a confusing number we haven't encountered before. So 6.5 is, and I've just spoke to the Christian, the numbers man. That's between a 6 and a 7.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's not bad. You know?
Not bad.
Okay.
And overall lunchability. Well, I'm here. I'm with you. I'm with some lovely people that are watching as well. I'm in my room. I like my room.
It's comfy.
I'm looking good.
You're looking great.
You know, for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give the overall lunchability a 7.
A 7. Overall lunchability a 7. Now that's nice.
It's a shame not to kick off with some really special ratings, but
no, you know what? Let's just quickly dispel that and say that, you know, not every lunch needs to be the best lunch of all time. Honestly, we sometimes strive for that, but at the same time, if you do that, you forget not the mundane, but the normal lunches, and life's all moments, not just the special moments. So yeah. I would say it was an honest first rating.
Thanks. George, I'll flip it over to you now. What rating out of 100 would you give my ratings?
Wow, that was, I don't know about everyone at home that saw that, but I think that was a very wholesome rating. The honesty was clear. I knew what was going on. And there was some adventure elements within the dish. Chinese cauliflower cabbage leaves. Wouldn't think to use them. I've learned something. That's amazing. So what I'd say, personally, rating-wise, taking everything into account, we're looking at about 68, dare I say 69 out of 100, which is...
A 69?
A 69, I'd say. I think it was a solid score. I think just you used the condiment well.
I remind you, George, that this is a family show. So let's...
It's a family number. Okay, we'll round it up to 70. Wow. What I will say is the condiment was used well. We had a good use of the prop, and I liked the fact we had to get Christian the numbers man in, because to be honest, he doesn't really get much use in this show. So I'm going to give you a 70 today. Now, that's not to say that it was a good lunch, but you weren't blown away. But I think it was a good lunch.
That's our rating now on the leader. That's my rating on the leaderboard now. So 17, it leaves a lot. It leaves a lot of, you know, that's going to be beaten, I'm sure, by one of our guests.
So.
And
we really
maybe
hope
by you.
Well,
please have a bite of yours, and we can talk about your lunch moving forward.
Sure thing. So let's just quickly show the camera. We have a lovely.
Yeah. No.
So it's a veggie pasta. I'm going to quickly dive on in. Now, like yours, Christian, this is homemade last night. And to be honest, pasta, I think, is one of these things as well that really suffers from the reheating department. But it's okay. We've got, if you look in here, we've got some pepper, aubergine, onion, obviously a staple of any pasta dish that I make, which, you know, not really worth saying. Chopped tomatoes, garlic, oregano or oregano, and a little bit of chili powder. It's not a lunch I'd make if the Queen of England was coming for lunch, and she wouldn't.
The Queen of Italy.
Queen of Italy, probably not either. You know why? I don't want to make the Queen of Italy pasta, just disappoint her. I want to make her something.
Yeah.
Probably has pasta every day of her life. I want to make a Chinese cauliflower cabbage. I can't even say it.
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah, I'll post the link to the recipe in the description, maybe when we upload this as a video.
That would be much appreciated. In terms of my lunch, we're talking now tasteability. In all the excitement of the first ever rate of my lunch, wouldn't you know it, I didn't heat it up hot enough. It's a lukewarm pasta. It's a lukewarm reception. It's going to be a lukewarm rating at best. I'll tell you that for free.
Well, you know what lukewarm pasta reminds me of, like school trips where we'd or like those like residentials. Did you ever have those like residential trips where you'd go like you'd stay in this like big manor with like a couple of other schools as well, and you'd get like at dinner times you'd like help yourself to this like cold like salad, and it was like cold like pasta, and you just wanted to be at home, and it sucked. So
you probably didn't get much sleep either. It's fine. You know, it's one of these things really. So tasteability, I think we're gonna. And I hate to say it because we're kicking off the show today. I'm gonna hit it with a solid 5 because it's not bad. It's not a bad lunch. It's just it leaves a lot to be desired.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, and lookability. Well, it looked pretty good from your. Do you want to just show the camera again?
Yeah, it looks okay. It's not looking, too shabby. I think some form of garnish on there would probably help, but now that you've said that thing about the school meals, I can't really get that out of my head. So the lookability might suffer there as well, which obviously does factor in. So I'm going to say the lookability. We're going to go with maybe a 6. I'm going to give it a generous 6.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, I mean it's not amazing. It's not the worst. If I was making a Tinder for food to meet other food, I wouldn't upload this as a picture. I wouldn't get many swipe rights for other food.
No matches.
No matches, exactly. Now, overall lunchability, bearing in mind this is the first ever Rate My Lunch, so obviously it's going to bump it up a little bit. Sitting here chatting with you, good time. I made a sign for the occasion, the Rate My Lunch sign, as you can see.
It's great.
Thank you. Used all 4 colours of this one pen. So I'm going to give the overall lunchability, I'm going to give that a 6.5.
Okay. We'll just throw that over to the numbers guy again, just because it's come up already, but I think everyone can do with a
clarifying it is a good idea. Do you want me to?
Oh yeah. You call actually. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Christian.
Yeah, George.
Christian, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we've got we found ourselves in a bit of a pickle, as it were, between 2 pieces of bread on a burger. We have got a 6.5 again, and wouldn't you believe it? I've forgotten what one of them means.
So have I. Come on. 6.5. Yeah, it's between a 6 and a 7, George. Between 6 and a 7.
5 and a 7.
Midway. Yeah, no, 6. 6 and a 7.
Sorry, 6. Idiot.
So
6 and a 7.
Halfway, splitting the difference.
Okay. Right. Split the difference between 6 and. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you very much.
If you have any more problems.
Yeah, we'll do. Of course. Have a good day.
All right. Cheers. You too. Bye.
Bye. Right. So I think it's between a 6 and a 7 from what he said to me.
Okay, 6.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty modest ratings again. Like we're not perfect. Okay, we don't have perfect lunches. I know we're the hosts of Rate My Lunch, but we make mistakes.
We're here for the good and the bad lunches.
Yeah. Great. Well, I'll give you your overall rating, George. You were very honest, actually, and slightly critical as well of yourself, because I thought it was quite a colourful lunch, certainly more colourful than mine. You may be slightly critical even on the lookability. First show, family show. I think you can get a 69.
Wow.
A 69 out of 100.
So one below
I would like to give you a 69.
Okay. I would graciously receive that 69 with a watering mouth, because this food was all right,
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, the leaderboard then literally shows, and you obviously you're first, which is amazing, and I'm second, which is something to write home about as well, really.
Yeah, you're doing very well. You're very close to the top. but we'll see over the coming weeks. That might we might fall further behind.
Absolutely.
Thank you all very much for watching. George, do you have any final? Maybe we just sort of give the little song at the end.
I think that's all that's left to say.
Yeah. So it's not quite dinner,
but it's just after brunch.
Everyone, let's come
and rate my lunch.